It's a song by Andile kaMajola, Utuyini Umuntu, taken from the scripture, just to remind us, we have him in studio here today. I'm very excited. This conversation has been a long time coming. Finally, he's here. A man who needs absolutely no introduction.
Superstar Sunday on Sunday Devotion with Mfundo, the dazzling one.
Baba Klaza kwintokozo kuba nawe siyakwamukela kwi Sunday Devotion. Good morning.
Wow, thank you so much. It's always a pleasure for me as well. It was some time ago, a very long time. You know, I've been here. I'm so grateful and excited to be here and to be talking to you. When I was here, you were not a mom. Now you're a mom.
Don't take me back to my youth.
So thank you so much.
Oh, this is beautiful. You know, I listen to your music and I think the people share the same sentiments every time they listen to your song. Umuntu has a takeaway. I don't know, but it's like he's writing about my life. It is so personal. The depth of it, and I'm going to ask you a bit later, just for you to take us through. But let's start from the beginning.
Yes.
There is musician, there is babumfundisi, there is father, there is husband. Kodwa ngifuna ukufocus nje la ekubeni a man of God, being a musician. Ikupha kufika eqala.
And being a man of God, because when God created me before the foundations of the world, when He knew that I was going to be there, He had already placed that.
Yeah.
So when I branch out as a worshiper, as a singer. I branch out as a husband or as an inspirational speaker, as a philanthropist, as whatever that I can be. But I think it all comes from one source, being a man of God, ordained by God for such a time as this to do the will of the Father that has sent me here to do that.
Yeah.
Yes.
And God has a way of setting us up. I mean, I'm a psychologist. The position was whether we're firstborn or middle child or lastborn, it sort of influences some of my qualities or now. I want to rewind, you know, take us back to childhood. Mhlambe imfundiso gogo ozikhumbulayo ekufundisa zona ezikwakhile ama characteristics noma you know, parts of yourself.
Yes.
Akamga from that experience.
Ugogo wami uMahadebe intombi emhlophe siyalala, you know, she raised me with one thing, yokuthi uNkulunkulu is Alpha and Omega. He is the beginning and the end. And wathi ubahloniphe mntana mabantu. Wathi ngelinye ilanga uyothi uyaqhenya kanti uqhenyela umuntu that has your breakthrough. Ugogo bengifundisa ukuhlonipha ngisho ngexoxiso legama uhlanye emgwaqweni. You know, everyone calls him uhlanye. Engifundisa ukuhlonipha umuntu even ngathi ukhula ngekhanda emgwaqweni. Athi mangabe umbona ngisho kuthiwa uyakhuluma efuna ukukhuluma na umlalele. Because you don't know ukuthi lo muntu angabe suke phethe ini engakusiza kusasa. So ngakhula kabantu ngibathanda ngiba observer.
Yes.
You know, observer their behavioral patterns, observer their way of thinking, the level of association and everything. So kwangisiza ukungakha ukuthi today when I craft a song, there's a song I released last year, it is Sekdlulile konke. I was picturing people that sekdlulile konke siyohlabelela ngokuthembeka kaNkulunkulu. It ain't about me, it ain't about what I'm going through. Sometimes I forget about my pain, you know, that I go through, and think about what people are going through, because as a psalmist or as a songwriter, I've got to think about the people what I do, does it impact them? It impacted them kangakanani. So Ukoko taught me that, you know, le nhlonipho yokuhlonipha abantu made me ukuthi ngikhule ngiba observer kakhulu abantu and their pain. Ngafika la khona where I worry when I see someone going through something, I wish I can do something for that person. When I you know mfundo, even when I see umama ehamba nengane edrobheni mhlambe ibelethile ichekisa ikhanda, I get so worried. I stop the car and get out of the car and say, why uhamba ungacabanga ukuthi ubelethe ingane? So that is in me, naturally it's in me. So kwenza ukuthi even when I craft songs, I think about people kakhulu. Mawuthi nanoma ngiyangibona umsakho nami ngazi ngiphunyuke kanjani, I think about somebody who's going through something, and othi namhlanje it's the grace of God that sustained me.
Yazi ukuthi sofakazi kulokho okushoyo mawukusho akusilona iphutha, because we see how you engage with young people, old people, onemali ongenamali, kuwena it's uniform, and I think a lot of your followers, that's what they appreciate you the most.
Amen.
Just the humility. It's your birthday, man. Happy birthday. I can't move.
Oh, by the way, yes.
But just looking at your life, I'm a milestone. What stands out? What do you appreciate ngohambo lwakho?
Ngohambo lami, what stands out is that I'm wiser and I'm stronger and I'm better, much better than I've ever been.
Sure.
Because when I look at the scars and look at everything that bruised me along the way, something says to me, had it not been for the assignment of God over my life, God wouldn't have saved me there.
Sure.
So He saved me there and there and there because there's an assignment upon my life. He didn't just save me for fun. He didn't just save me by chance or by accident. He saved me because there's an assignment. So when I look at 40 odd years later, I'm like, Lord, then there's definitely something on Emhlabeni. So for me, the milestone is the pain I've been through, the tears I've cried, that sometimes even the people that follow my ministry or my music don't even see, and everything that I went through. Kwangilungela ukuba ngihlushwe ukuze ngazi imiso zakho nkulunkulu. Now I understand. That's the master. It's the maturity that I got from, the things that I went through. Now I know that God is, and God will always be.
Sure. Mawuhlabelela nathi suke sihlabelela kanye nawe. Sengidlulile ko.
Yes.
Our conversation continues. Ubaba Andile kaMajola is joining us. Any questions at Sunday Devotion, send them through. Sekudlulile konke. Ay, ngeke wasibeka isithombeni kancane nje ukuthi iprocess yokubhala iqhamuka kanjani. Yo, 11 chapters later. In fact, chapter 11 is coming up at the end of this month. But do you remember the very first recording?
Yes. I do. When we recorded the first album, we had just won. In fact, we just got position 3 on the Share to Fame, which was the last show they did, Share to Fame, and we got position 3. We got some money. We recorded the first album. The feeling was, back 1999, back by year 2000, and everyone was worried to go to year 2000, everything.
Don't take us back. Hey, go, man.
And I was saying, cause I remember because album. I really have to release this album. It was around Passover time, which was March, April, and we released the first album, Andile kaMajola Chapter 1, which got nominated on the Summers the following year. I think Ubabu Tumandlov was still the chairperson of Amasama. It was summer 8.
Sure.
Now it's summer 20-something, 27, 28, I'm not sure.
It's a
lot of summers now. And it was a summer where Zola 7 scooped about, I think, 5 awards in one night. So, Mfundo, what's exciting about that time, I went to, it was Voda World in Midrand. I went there by taxi. And I was sweating. And when I got there, the red carpet had just been where man kamoga security angsusa, and I was a nominee, so years later, I look back and say, Nkosi, you are good God. You're an amazing God. So it was an exciting, I did not understand what it was a figure like then. I just thought, I'm just doing music and I don't know where this is going to go to. And I went to studio uproducer Mubani. My bassist at the time, Ubabu Tabang Mshweshwe, got into the studio and then he says, Andile, first song. yazi ngicela ukukhuluma nawe but ngoba wena ngathi talkative la kwebed ngicela ukukhuluma nawe. I don't have a producer and I don't know ukuthi ngizokwenza kanjani. But when I producer, then he became a producer just like that, you know. I still remember all the guys. Abonhlanhla Moeni is a pastor now. Abo Kuse, a lot of them who were there at the time. And years later, God is good. He has introduced me to the great in this industry. We're talking chapter 11 now, 28 January.
Sure. As well as chapter 11.
Yes.
Just the curiosity behind abantu that follow your music. How do you gauge ukuthi so I guess khathi manje out in keep?
Ngicabanga ukuthi okay, maybe ngizophendula ngempendulo angibalekela umbuzo wakho, but ngizophendula as I feel it.
Okay.
It is I'm very sensitive to the Spirit of God.
Right,
because when you do what we do, it's not like secular music where you say, mfana naikepa silahlele, you know.
Check December.
Yeah, boss, check December, mfana silahlele, vele kuthule, vele ngome khona. No, it's not about that. For us as gospel artists is when the Spirit of God really puts it in you, ukuthi nikeza abantu bam something. You just feel the songs filling up to the brim and you're like, no, it's time, you know. Right. So for me, songs have been coming. Last year, no, let's just do a single. This year, let's do another. And this album, chapter 11, Mfundo, I've never released an album like this in my entire life in the industry. 22 years in the industry. This album has got 3 pillars, which I call: 1 is Pentecostal, 2 it's apostolic and prophetic, because I feel people need a revival so much. We've had 2 years. I don't know, I can't even say a break, but devastation. We've lost our loved ones, we've lost businesses, we've lost a lot, lives and everything. The country needs revival. The country needs hope. Sidinga people, men and women who will stand and tell us kuzoba right, and tell us whatever we're going through, God can still change things. We're still gonna get our economy back. We're still gonna get everything back. We just don't want somebody to say that lightly. Sifuna umuntu ozoduma substance. Excuse me. And that is what chapter 11 is about. It's about restoration. It's about revival. It's about putting us back to that drive assassinayo. Someone has lost a business, akasakholwa ukuthi angayiresuscitate ibuye. Somebody suffered due to the looting that was going on, and akasacabanga ukuthi it was a lot. So chapter 11 is about that.
Talking on a personal note, how did you cope? You and your family, as you put it so beautifully, I think the words are accurate. Everyone felt the devastation. How do you cope?
Sure, the grace of God. I really cannot tell you anything else, because when everything is at a standstill, nothing is happening, just at a halt, everything is just, nothing is moving. It's the grace of God. I think for every person existing on this planet Earth, for the first time, if not experienced before, but for the first time, they experienced what we call the grace of God in its tangible form, where God was really taking care of us. We did not know where to go. Nala ukuboleke khona mhlambe kusisi wakho noma kanti wakho wafika naye dry naye khala. It's the grace of God that sustained us. So I think 2 years later, we owe God praise. We owe God. So for me, it's been the grace of God. Noguti uNkulunkulu surrounded me with beautiful people that, always check up on me and everything. But so much happened during that time. uNkulunkulu God has sustained us.
Well, we are so grateful to have had this opportunity to chat with you and follow through on your continued journey to success.
Amen.
Just remind us, ukuthi if abantu bafuna ukulandela nje umsebenzi owenzayo utholakala laphi.
Before ngikunikeza lama contacts Mfundo, you talked about something so important. Andile kaMajola coming out on the 28th of January.
Yes.
Let me take this time ngoba umoya ngutholi njalo athi ngudlela umoya. 28th of January, next week Friday, chapter 11 is coming out. And we've requested Mfundo people around the country because isikhathi sinzima esibhekene naso. So we've requested abantu, and they've come out in numbers, to be to be official distributors of the album. You make an extra income.
That is so smart, and what an opportunity to get people involved in earning.
Yes. I mean, I can't travel this journey alone. I mean, I've been with them. They've been carrying me all these years, and it's time for them.
Somebody say marketing guru over here.
You got that right. So we have requested Abantu, and currently we've got about 99 people around there. That is your Limpopo. We've got people in Mpumalanga and everything, but we still need more. So what you do, you just send us your name, your address, the province, obviously, usendele ne contact yako, which you would love to be a distributor for the album. Usende ku 064 690-8443. Send a WhatsApp 064-690-8443. Usitshela ukuthi I want to be part of abantu will distribute the album from wherever you are. Kungaba staff emsebenzini, kungaba abantu in the church la ukhona ubacela enkonzweni namhlanje Sunday ubacela enkonzo ukuthi ngicela ni order kumina. Because why? Because itolo mfundo zivaliwe.
Yes,
and we still have
true.
and I hear people talk about 4IR. Yes, 4IR is good and it's there, but a lot of our people still want CDs and they've got CD players abanye bawalahle. Some khona umama nje kwamaphumulo osendwedwe ngakithi ongakwazi ukungena efonini athenga ingoma. We encourage abantu ukuthi bayifunde leyo nto, but abanye bakayifunde, especially abantu abadala. So we want to give them an opportunity to get the CD. And we're also releasing the album on the USB as well.
Oh, nice.
So that you can have it in your car, because as moto manje sana CD player, but they do have USB port. Yes. So abantu benze njalo, they can also place ama orders where album is coming out on the 28th of January. Otherwise, ngenye information bangaslandela kuma page wethu. On Facebook, it's Andile kaMajola fan page, and on Twitter at Andile kaMajola, Instagram at Andile kaMajola, on TikTok at Andile kaMajola.
Angifuna ukungasho superstar la Superstar Sunday. Pastor Andile kaMajola joins us. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much.